Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Are you listening, my students? I'm giving you another lecture of English language today. You all know that we are doing English language here in the virtual classes. So we have completed the most important topic, that is tenses. In the previous classes, we have done all kinds of tenses there. I hope you have understood all of them and you are doing practice for all the tenses in your rough notebooks. Now I am going to give another lecture of English language. Okay, now I am going to start today's lecture. It is also an important topic. I am Mrs. Afshin Imran. This is lecture number 5. Okay. Now the topic is application writing. You all know that application writing is very much important topic and you have done practice of application writing in previous classes as well. I want to repeat the pattern because there is little bit change in the application writing pattern in this session or in this grade. So I am going to discuss the application writing, and first of all I want to give you the definition of application. An application is a formal request to be considered for a position or to be allowed to do or have something submitted to an authority, institution, or organization. Now, I want to explain this. An application is a formal request. Formal means when we are writing the or giving the asking something from some designated officer or from a person, and we are asking something, we are requesting something in the formal way. That means some particular words we use here, and this can be uh, written to for a position or for applying a job, or another application is to request something or to do something. If you want to go somewhere and you are doing job, or you are a student and if you want to leave, then you are asking the permission. You are asking the permission in the form of application, and it should be submitted to an authority. Authority means the head of the institution or organization. For example, when you are writing the application in your school, uh, most of the time you are asking application for leave, for sick leave, for any other kind of leave, for some asking for some certificate. Then you are writing the application to the principal, or you are addressing the teacher. So they are actually the authorized person to give you permission. Now, there are some steps of application writing. You should know about all these steps because we have to follow all the steps of application writing. Um, this is a particular process or step-by-step process. You have to follow all the steps. Otherwise, there are some uh, mistakes uh, in the application. So you should follow all the steps. There are 7 steps. You can see that these are 1 to 7 steps. And the first one is the heading. Heading includes the addressee designation with address. Addressee means to whom you are writing the application, and the person, the authorized person who is called the addressee here. And you are not writing the name of the addressee actually. You are just writing the designation, whether the principal, the manager, whatever, the head of the organization or the department. You have to write the designation of the addressee with the address, okay, with the complete address, in which you can mention the city name as well. The second point or the second step of application writing is the subject. Subject means the topic which you are writing here, for which you are writing the application, and for the reason or the purpose of writing the application is actually the subject. The most simple word used for here is topic, and you must remember that subject must be underlined. Then in the third step, you must write greetings. Greetings means that you are calling the person by using the word dear or respected or whatever. Then the fourth step is the beginning, in which you are starting the application. And the fifth point is the body part of the application, in which actually you are writing the reason of the application writing. In the sixth part, you are ending the application. That it means you are saying the thanks to the person. And in the seventh part, you do the closing of the application. And closing means the date. You must write the date here in the closing. Okay, date must be there in the closing part. You should know that in the application writing, we write the date in the last, or the last part of the application is date. Okay, now I am explaining all these steps one by one. The first part is the heading part, and now remember that all the things are must be written from the margin line. Okay, remember one thing, that we must follow the block style pattern for application writing. Here it means we must write everything from the margin line. Okay, and we will leave some lines somewhere, so you have to learn where we have to leave the line. Okay, now here the top part, it is the heading part, the principal. I have told you that the addressee must be the principal here, because you are writing the application in the school. So the principal, comma must be there, because we are writing actually the designation of the addressee with the address. So when we will complete the address, then we will place the full stop. Otherwise, we are writing the comma. Okay, so the designation of the addressee must be written at the top part, comma, then ABC school, comma. You can write a school name. It is optional. Okay, you can write ABC school, or it is also right to write the name of the particular school. Okay, like you can write Assam Public Academy School, comma. Then there is area name, Gulistan Johor. I have written here with the comma again. Area name is also optional. You can skip it also. Okay. Then Karachi, full stop. This is the city name which must be placed at the end of the address. And after that, there must be a full stop, which shows that address has been completed here. Now there is a note I have written, leave one line. Okay, after completion of the heading part of the application, we must leave one line. I hope you have understood till here. Now I move on the second step, that is subject. Subject must be underlined. Okay, remember that subject must be underlined, which I have told you many times. I am not telling you the word subject, but the topic which we are mentioning here, it is actually the subject, and you have to underline that. Now you can see that subject, I have written three options here. You can write in three ways. The same subject I have written in three ways. The first one is application for sick leave, full stop. You can see that A is capital for application, then preposition for is written with the small letters. Then the main topic, sick leave, it must be capitalized with the first word capital, not the whole words, all words. Okay, first word is capitalized, other words are small. L is capitalized, you can see that. Now, same subject can be written in another way, that is request for sick leave, full stop. Now here you can see that R is capitalized, For, which is a preposition, it must be written in the small letters. Then for sick leave, S is capital and L is capital. There must be a full stop at the end of the sentence because it is a complete sentence or complete subject. So we are showing it with the at the end of full stop. Now there is another way of writing the subject, just sick leave. Okay, that is full stop at the end and S is capital, L is capital. Now you can see that I have underlined all the subjects here. I have given you 3 ways to write the subject, but I have underlined them properly. So please, whenever you write the application in your journals, in your copies, you have to underline by using a scale and pencil. Please don't make any other lines without using pencil. There is a note again, leave one line. You can see that I have left one line before the subject as well as I have left another line after the subject. There is a reason behind that because we want to make the subject very much prominent, and because of that we are leaving those lines so that whenever a person is reading the application, he or she first read the subject and then understand the topic. Now I come to the next part of the application. Greetings and beginning. Okay, I have combined two of the parts because these are very close to each other, and we have continued the greetings with the beginning. Now again, the note, that is the most important point. It must be written from left side of the page with the margin. Okay, I have told you that we are following the block style pattern of application in the previous classes. I think you are not following this pattern, but in this class, you have to follow this pattern of application writing. Okay, you should remember all these points very carefully. And when I will upload the lecture, then you will see it again and again. And then learn all the points, all the steps which we use in writing the application. Now there is the greeting. We are not writing dear word with the principal or with the madam or with the teacher. We are writing the word respected. Okay, we are honoring them, so we are writing the word respected, sir, and there is an option madam with comma. This is called the greeting part. Okay, this word, these two words are actually the greeting part of the application. Now you can see that R is capitalized and sir S capitalized, or if we are writing madam, M is capitalized with the comma here. Now one more thing, that you are writing the application to one person at one time. It means these are the options. Okay, if you're writing the application to a male person, then use the word sir, and if you are writing the application to a female person, then you can use the word madam. Okay, or ma'am, both are correct, but madam is more appropriate here for your grade 9. Now comma, then we come to the part, another part of the application, that is beginning. It is the fourth step of the application. Now I beg to state that there is a dotted line. It is just the beginning, that how do you start the application. There are some more options which I have given here. With due respect, comma, it is stated that, with the dotted line again, you can see that it means dotted line is showing that the statement is still continued, but it is just the beginning which I am showing you here and here, and I have given you 3 options here. Or means you can use any one of them, or you can use any other also. Now there is another option for beginning. This is to inform you that it is again the dotted line here. Okay, it means the beginning is that part and it will continue with the body part of the application. Okay, I hope you are understanding. Now I come to the body part of the application. it must be written from the left side of the page, that is with the margin. Okay. Now remember that it is all, we are following the block style pattern of the application writing. It means we have to write everything with the margin line. Okay. Now again, if you remember that whenever we write the application in previous classes, or like till 8th class or 8th grade, you always write in the first paragraph about your name or about your class. But now this pattern is obsolete and we are using the new pattern in which we are not writing our names and our class. It is not necessary to mention your name and class in the first line of the application. Okay, remember that. Now if you remember that the body part is continued with the beginning part, it means when you are writing I beg to state that, then after that you will start this line continue, and this is continued from the beginning part, the first paragraph, which includes the beginning part and the body part. I beg to state that I have been suffering from severe viral infection since last night. Okay, this is the actually, you are in the first paragraph. You do not mention your name and class, but directly you mention your problem. Okay, remember that. I have been suffering from severe viral infection. I have written here. You can write any other disease for any other or any other illness here since last night. But you have to mention from where your illness, how for how long your illness is there. Okay, it means you have to mention the time limit. Okay, that means last night, for 2 days, since last week, whatever you are having the problem, you can mention here in the first line, full stop. Then you can um, end the statement and then continue next line. I will not be able to come to school for at least 3 days. Then you are mentioning your problem that you will not continue, you will not able to continue the classes, and you have to mention the number of the days for how long you will not continue the classes. Okay, full stop. Doctor has advised me to take rest to recover completely. Full stop. Now you have to write about the doctor suggestion as well, that what doctor, because whenever a person has been ill, then he or she must consult a doctor, and he or she must do whatever the doctor has advised him or her, and it means the doctor's suggestion is a must to write here in the application. Okay, whenever you are asking about the sick leave. Okay, because I have given you the example here for sick leave. It means you are sick for some days and you are asking the leave for some other days, and you have to mention the doctor suggestion also here. Doctor has advised me to take rest to recover completely. Yeah, here it has not been mentioned how much, how long you have to take the rest, and but you have written here 3 days. It means you are writing for 3 days application or 3 days leave. So after the informing in the first paragraph about your problem and doctor's suggestion, then in the second paragraph you have to write about your leave. Okay, how for how many days you are asking for the leave. Okay, kindly grant me leave for 3 days, because you are writing here in the first paragraph, you have mentioned that you will not be able to come to school for 3 days. It means you are asking the leave for 3 days. So mention the dates from here, that is from date to date. It means from where you are starting your leaves, you have to mention the date, and from your end, from where you are ending the leave, you have to mention that date. For example, if you want the leave from 1st September to 3rd September, then you have to write the date of 1st September here, but you have to mention September 1, 2002, 21, and then you have to write the second date, that September 3rd, 2021. Okay, remember this thing, that you have to mention the date from the for the beginning of the leave and for the end of the leave. You have to mention both the dates, okay, in the second paragraph. It is a must here. Now we come to the ending part. The ending means you are saying the thanks to the person, to the authorized person, because it is a must, because you are asking something and you must say thanks. So it again must be written from left side of the page with the margin. It means you have to write everything with the margin line. Again, I have told you many times. So you must write it with the margin line. There are many options here I have written. I will be very grateful to you for this act of kindness. Full stop. Now you can see that grateful, it's a word which means thankful. You can write the word thankful again. You can see that I have written in the second option, but whenever you write the word grateful, you should be very careful about the spelling. Okay. I will be very grateful to you for this act of kindness. Full stop. This is the third paragraph, or you can say the ending part of the application. You can say thanks in some other words, like I have given other options here. I will be very thankful to you for your cooperation. Full stop. Or there is another option, thanking you in anticipation. Full stop. Now remember, when you are writing the thanks here in the form of sentence, then after that there is no need to write thanking you. Okay, because we have completed the thanks here in the ending part in the form of a sentence. Okay, so please be careful that whenever you write these kind of sentences here in the ending part, then there is no need to write thanking you. Okay, so you can see that I have given three options here. I will be very grateful to you for this act of kindness, full stop. Or I will be very thankful to you for your cooperation, full stop. Or there is another option, thanking you in anticipation, full stop. I hope you have understood till here. You should remember all the steps which I am telling you here for writing the application, and you should be very careful about the punctuation marks as well, wherever uh, we are using the question of full stops, comma, whatever is needed. So you should remember all the points. Now I come to the closing part of the application. This is the last part of the application writing. Here you can see that it also must be written from the left side of the page, from the margin. Again, I'm telling you again and again that we are following the block pattern of application. So you must remember that everything must be written with the margin line. With the margin line, it means that whenever you are changing the paragraph, okay, you know that I have shown you that we have completed the application in three paragraphs. First part is the beginning, okay, uh, beginning part, and then the second part is the body part, and the third part is the ending part. In all the parts, when we are writing different statements, we have written different paragraphs also in body part, but we have started all the paragraphs with the margin line. Okay, you should be remember that. You should remember that actually the block style pattern, it is actually the computerized pattern. Okay, and whenever we write something here in the computerized way, in the block pattern style, we always start everything with the margin line, and we are not leaving any of the space like we did previously in the application writing, that whenever we change the paragraph, we must leave some of the space, but not now. Okay, you should remember the new style pattern or new block style pattern of the application writing, and in which you have to write everything from the margin line. Now we come to the closing part of the application. This is the actually the last part of the application. Yours obediently, comma. I have told you that we are not writing thanking you here because we have already written the thanks in the form of statement. So please be very careful that we are not writing any word thanking you. This kind of words we are not writing. We just start the closing part with yours obediently. Now you must remember that there is no apostrophe in between your and s. Okay, directly we write yours, then we write the word obediently with capital O. Okay, आपका फर्मा बरताव. Now O is must be capital, and you should remember the spelling of obediently, because many of the people do not know this spelling and they do mistakes here. So please, you should be very careful when you're writing the spelling of obediently. Then comma. Comma shows that we are still writing some more things here. Okay. Then x dot y dot z dot here. Okay, now remember that x y z, it is showing actually your name, but it is not necessary to write the actual name by the person who is writing the application. So we use the word x y z, okay, with the dot after each word, x dot y dot z dot. Then in the next line, we write a student of class 9. If you are in grade 9, you can write grade 9, and other persons who are writing the application, they must write their own class. Okay, student of class 9. If you are writing only class 9, then it is also okay. Then in the last, you have to write date September 10, comma 2021, full stop. Now remember how to write the date. September, it means you have to mention the whole month with the complete spelling with the first word capital. You know that September, it is a proper noun, so it must be written in the capitalized form with the first word capital. Then mention the day, okay, the date 10, then comma, and after that we'll have to write the year 2021, the complete year in the 4 digits, full stop. Okay, remember that. Here you can see that comma must be placed after the date, okay, and full stop is placed after the year. Now I hope you have understood everything which I have explained here in the application writing. um, we will do some applications for practice. Okay, I will give you some assignments in the for application writing as well, and you will have to do the practice in your rough notebooks for taking different topics and write the applications for that. I have given you some important points about application writing. You should remember all the important points. The first and the foremost important point is that you have to write the application in the block style pattern. That is, everything must start from the margin line, and there are some steps which I have told you, uh, that there are 7 steps which must be followed to write an application, starting with the heading and ending with the closing. Now I want to discuss one more thing with you, that please, during the virtual classes, you must be there on time, because many of the students are late in those classes. And please, you are having the option of chat, so you can use that to ask the questions. And if you have got any problem, you can discuss with me from in the chat box. And if you want to ask any question, if you have got any confusion, when I will upload the video, then you can find it from there. And then you can, if you see it again and again, then you can solve your problem as well. Otherwise, you know that you are allowed to ask questions here during the virtual class. At the end of the lecture, you know that I'm giving you time every class, that you are allowed to ask any questions. Now, one more thing which I want to tell you, that you should take a rough notebook, and whenever you are taking the class, virtual class, you should note down the important points and the questions which arise in your mind, so that you will be able to ask at the end of the lecture. One more thing which I want to tell you, that I'm uploading assignments for different topics, and um, every week there are 2 assignments, so please complete those assignments in your respective journals. I have uploaded total 5 assignments of English language till now. 4 from tenses, that it in indefinite tenses, continuous tenses, perfect tenses, and the perfect continuous tenses, as well as I have uploaded the assignment of articles. So please complete all those assignments till the next week. When you come for the physical classes in the next week, you will submit those assignments. Okay, because if you are not submitting those assignments on time, then you will lose your grades and marks. These marks and grades will be included in your exams result, so that you will, if you are continuously submitting the assignments on time, you will get the grades. Okay. If you want to ask anything, then you are allowed to ask here. I have discussed the sick leave here. You know that there are many other topics which we can write in the application. Then you know that there are some topics which are most common, are like the leave for 15 days leave, or 2 weeks leave for um, attending a marriage ceremony. This is another common topic, in which you have to mention that you are going out of the city, so it means you need 2 weeks leaves if you are writing this, because if you are going out of the city, it means it takes a long time, so you need more days for leave. And similarly, if you have another application topic, that is for if you want 1 week leave, or for looking after your mother or your brother or your sister, father, whatever, so you have to mention that if they are in the hospital, or if any one of them are in the hospital or very much sick, or they are coming from the hospital and you want to take care of them, so at that time you can ask for sick leave for 1 week, and you have to mention that for those points, that whether they are in the hospital or they are in the home. Okay. Then if you want leave for going outside of the city for any reason, like for umrah or like for some other purpose, you have to mention the dates. You have to mention the dates for each and every kind of application, for how long you are asking for the leave. Okay. Some of the application writings are writing, some of the application which you can do here in after some days, we will do the practice of those kind of application also, in which you are asking for your character certificate, for your transfer certificate, or for your sports certificate. These are the applications in which you ask about those certificates, and in which you are writing the reasons that you are asking for those certificates, for taking admission in some college, or you are changing the school, or you are going out of the city, or you are going out of the country for settling there, and for that reason you are asking for the character certificates, or the uh, transfer certificate if you want to transfer from one school to another, or you can ask for the sports certificate if you want to take admission in some college or in any college. Then you can use that certificate for taking admission. Okay, sometimes you have to, your result will not your result does not come in that time, within the time limit, and you need to take admission in somewhere. At that time you can also ask for the provisional certificate. Provisional certificate also is a kind of result, okay, in which you can it is shown here that you are the student of the school, and you in your character certificate, your it is about your discipline and whether how about your behavior in the school. So it has to be asked to take admission in another college or another school. I hope you are understanding what I'm saying about different kinds of application, right? Now I have discussed many points in the application writing here. If you want to ask anything, then you will ask here in the chat box. Now I want to repeat some of the points from the application writing, that the application is actually a formal request. Okay, it means we are requesting for something from the authorized person. Okay, and remember that in the heading part we don't write um, the name of the authorized person, we just write the designation of the authorized person. Okay, and with the address, complete address till the city name. We can, it is not necessary to mention the area, or but you can mention it, it is okay. If you are not mentioning the area name, then it is also okay, it's not wrong. Okay, and you should remember that date must be written at the end of the application, and you should know the pattern of the date. How I am writing the date: first of all I am mentioning the month name, then the day, and then after comma the year, with the in the 4 digits with the full stop at the end. I hope you have understood till here, and I will upload the assignment of application writing afterwards in the next week. So you should see that assignment, and you will get different examples of different applications, so that you will understand more. And please try to write some applications in your rough notebook so that you will get the practice. Now there are some other kinds of applications in which um, we can apply for a job, or different uh, for different reason, or for different kinds of jobs. We will do some practice of those applications as well. But these are the simplest kind of applications, in which mostly we are asking for the leave or for the certificates, which I have told you that we will do some more uh, uh, practice of application writing. I hope you have understood till here. There are 7 steps. You must have to follow all those steps. Now I hope you all have understood everything. I want to end my lecture here. We will meet inshallah in the next class. Okay, Allah Hafiz.